Visit India first. Iran backs India, trolls President Trump, and the world watches the high drama. Hello, you're watching the Global Eye with me, Mosmi. In a rather unexpected twist in global commentary, Iran publicly backed India following President Donald Trump's amplifying a controversial hellhole remark about India and China. Iranian voices through officials, commentators, and state-linked media did not just criticize the statement, they trolled it. The message, laced with sarcasm, was clear. Perhaps President Donald Trump should visit India first, experience its culture, diversity, and global standing before passing such sweeping judgments. And just like that, geopolitics had a moment of unexpected comedy. And now see what happens when rivals turn critics. And we also see Iran's subtle jab. Iran's reaction wasn't merely defensive of India. It was strategic. By calling out Trump's remark, Tehran positioned itself, at least rhetorically, on the side of what? On the side of cultural respect and global dignity. But beneath that was a sharper edge. Iranian commentary increasingly painted Trump as a leader prone to dramatic rhetoric without a clear objective. A critique that has echoed globally in different forms.
We are having very great negotiations with Iran. If Iran doesn't come to negotiate, we're going to bomb them.
2,000 years later.
So where are the Iranians?
This is from Iran.
All right. Then I will extend the ceasefire at Pakistan's request.
Over time, Iranian media ecosystems have leaned into satire, even experimenting with AI-generated or stylized mockery to question the seriousness of US leadership during tense diplomatic phases. In fact, Iran-linked platforms have been actively circulating meme-based and AI-generated videos mocking Donald Trump's speeches and persona, turning political criticism into digital satire. We can see how the videos are circulated widespread, and it's indeed creating great humor. And the undertone? If words are weapons, then inconsistency is a misfire. Back home, we can see Democrats push back. Within the United States, the backlash was swift. Democratic leaders and Indian American lawmakers condemned the remark, calling it damaging, not just to India's image, but to US credibility as a strategic partner. India, after all, is not just another country in the diplomatic ledger. Central to Indo-Pacific strategy, economic partnerships, and geopolitical balancing. And so, the question wasn't just why say it, but why say it now? And the classic Trump pivot must be noted, from critics to compliment. What followed next felt almost predictable. Soon after the outrage, Trump shifted his tone, praising India as a great country and emphasizing its importance. It was a rhetorical U-turn so sharp that it raised eyebrows across continents. This pattern, strike, stir, soften, has long defined Trump's communication style. Supporters may call it tactical unpredictability, but critics call it inconsistency. But in diplomacy, such swings don't just confuse audiences, they complicate relationships. And global optics, when the world starts smiling, and not always politely. Here's where the situation takes on a slightly ironic shade. While Trump attempts to project strength and dominance, moments like these often invite global satire. From Iran's pointed remarks to online commentary and parody content, there is a growing perception that rhetorical overreach sometimes undermines the very authority it seeks to establish. It's not just about disagreement anymore. It's about how seriously those disagreements are taken. And when rival nations begin responding with humor rather than caution, it signals a shift in tone from tension to theatricality. So what about the peace talks? they are peace talks or just punchlines.
We are having very great negotiations with Iran. If Iran doesn't come to negotiate, we're going to bomb them.
2,000 years later.
So where are the Iranians?
This is from Iran.
All right. Then I will extend the ceasefire at Pakistan's request.
A time when the world is closely tracking US positions on sensitive issues, from Middle Eastern tensions to broader global stability, the concern is deeper than a single remark. Can a leader afford to oscillate between extremes while navigating fragile negotiations? Does unpredictability still function as a strategy, or has it become distraction? And perhaps, most intriguingly, when rhetoric becomes spectacle, who is really steering the narrative? And we see diplomacy in the age of dramatic dialogues now. President Donald Trump's political persona has always thrived on disruption, but disruption, when unchecked, risks drifting into contradiction. Iran's sarcastic travel advice may have been intended as a jab, but it also carried an unintended reminder that global leadership today demands not just boldness but balance. As the world watches, sometimes critically, sometimes amused, the real question remains: will the United States shape the global conversation with clarity, or continue to trend because of its contradictions? Think about it. For more updates and insights, keep watching The Global Eye.